Yeah, don't know whether it's going to work, fellas. Cut a couple of fly traps out of there. Put one in there. Let's get a spot culling. I cut the base out of this thing, so if we lift this up and give it a quick squiz underneath, I don't know if you can actually see that, or do I have to turn it upside down and do the old heave ho? So you don't even need a fly wire base basically for that, so we'll put that back down carefully. And so these are things you can do with a newspaper sailor has been. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. Bring the camera in for a close-up. I know you like them. I don't know, the cake's probably be dehydrated overnight or something. Put some moss in there. Moss seems to be really tough, so anyway, we'll see how we go. So it seems to be a bit gritty in my fingers for what I want. Anyway, I put some more of this fern in, and we'll see how the corrosion go. If it wilts overnight, well, you know, it's too strong. But so I put in a dandelion and two of these. Oh wow, geez, is that spiked up? You know, the pores, are they all sort of? I don't know. Didn't look that sort of pory only 20 minutes ago. Anyway, I don't know if that's. I put some more moss in there, put some in there, fly trap in there, of course. Oh, I don't know if the cake's going to do anything, fellas. Try it round from the other side. So we'll see how we go. Oh, I just put those in there. They just came off, so you know they'll probably wilt and dehydrate overnight. But I must admit, this one, it's put this leaf up sort of almost like vertically, whether we're just not getting enough sun coming through here. I don't know. But it's also starting to work on a third leaf. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to work on a third leaf. But yeah, I know. I think the iron oxide it's sort of a halfway house. It's not quite there, so you know that's why I didn't put any in this one. I thought, you know. So we'll see how we go. I don't know, fellas. You can but try, but I think I may have overdone it or something. But I did get a good load of mix though, so that's something. I mean, that is showing there's a fundamental difference that you end up, you know, you start off with 3 litres, and I've ended up with this time. I ended up with probably 5.5. Oh, hang on, if this is this is actually 4.5. I may have, I think, but then again, the pots I've been buying may be slightly different. You know, 4.5 or 4.8. It's 300 mils difference, but. They could be being generous in one pot and not in the other, I don't know, with their coating. I'm sure there must be some standards around or something. But anyway, we'll see how we go. But yeah, well, if suddenly things start taking off, well, you know, it's the end run basically. I know what's going on, but otherwise, you know, I think this is somewhat give up time, fellas. If this doesn't work, and then I have no faith in science whatsoever. I mean, as I said, but I think it feels a bit too gritty. Yeah, it feels too chalky, you know, for CPs, which is, I don't know. If it works, well, as I said, if it works, it's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons, you know. Well, I mean, it would explain why we have a genus of plants that has 2 groups in it. One that likes calcium, or prefers to have a bit of calcium in the soil, and another group that supposedly absolutely abhors it. But then again, if this works, we're going to have to reassess all that, but we'll see. I'm more interested in striking a cape, because if I can strike a cape, then I might know what's going on, and then why the seeds aren't germinating, and maybe we can actually start getting good seed germination. So yeah, without having all this humidity, you got to have it in a humidity crib and all that sort of stuff. Maybe you just put them down outside and they germinate once you know what the secret is. Anyway, we'll see what happens. They'll probably be dead by tomorrow, but you know, black and dead and dying or something. But I don't know. These have given me some hope, you know. I mean, I've even got Cyanophyta growing in the bloody water of the pictures in there, so, you know. And yeah, if you look in the centre there, it's not too bad. But then again, we worked out that perlite isn't really the way to go, because, you know, you get it too wet, it just absorbs all the water, and if you're using it for aeration, it's just wrong, because it just, after two and a half months, 8 to 10 weeks, basically. But then again, down here, what's going on there, fellas? Let's have a close up with what's going on there. This is sort of, I don't know if it's getting brown or red or what, but is that red algae growing in there or something? I don't know, but I'm going to have to go back and break this one apart on the old YouTube and see exactly all the steps I did compared to all the other ones. Oh, the only other success I've had is this. Yes, spot cullen, look at that. There you go. Mother Nature's spoken. Apparently that's the same organism that grows out with the black boys out of the back of the yonk we saw last year on the footage, after the bushfire. Amazing, I've got it growing in a pot. I think that's for the second time, isn't it? I was using high nitrogen. That's weird, isn't it, fellas? High nitrogen and it grows. Plants are supposed to be nutrient poor plants. I think it's all bullshit, fellas. There's something really majorly wrong. I mean, I tried the charcoal and that was a bit weird too. I think it's all bloody wrong, I think. It's all bloody wrong. I think it's breakthrough time or give up time, I don't know, but it's got to be one or the two, I think. Anyway, we'll see how we go. And